for EC's briefing inducive majority leader. We'll have these and many more coming up shortly. Please do stay with us. Streaming live on Facebook, you may want to join us with your thoughts and comments. Let's settle for the details now. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, in his 10th update on coronavirus, disclosed that all final year students, tertiary, secondary, and junior high institutions are to resume for their final examinations. He further disclosed that tertiary students would have an attendance of half of the normal class size. Secondary students would have a minimum of 25 in a class, while junior high school students would also have 30 in attendance.
The decision has been taken after engagement with the teacher unions, whose cooperation I salute, to reopen schools and universities to allow for final year junior high, senior high, and university students to resume classes ahead of the conduct of their respective exit examinations. Indeed, final year university students are to report to their universities on 15th June. Final year senior high school SHS3 students, together with SHS2 Go Track students, on 22nd June. And final year junior high school JHS3 students on 29th June. JHS3 classes will comprise a maximum of 30 students. SHS classes a maximum of 25 students. And university lectures will take place with half the class sizes. All final year students of educational and training institutions which are being managed by ministries other than the Education Ministry, are to return to school on 15th June to complete their exit examinations. Again, prior to the opening of schools and universities, the Ministry of Education and the heads of public and private educational institutions will fumigate and disinfect their institutions. Each student, teacher, and non-teaching staff will be provided with reusable face masks by the Ministry of Education. With the avoidance of doubt, all other educational facilities, private and public, for non-final year students will remain closed.
As COVID-19 induced restrictions begin to ease gradually in Ghana, restaurant has been given the green light to provide seated services, but with enhanced measures. Hotels are also to operate in a bit more freely by holding conferences and workshops with enhanced safety protocols. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo announced these measures in his nationwide broadcast on Sunday, 31st May 2020.
The great majority of us continue to adhere to the social distancing and enhanced hygiene protocols. We have, as a result, altered our way of life to accommodate these changes. Restaurants providing seated services can operate under appropriate social distancing arrangements and hygiene protocols. Individual non-contact sports can go ahead. Conferences, workshops, weddings, and political activities, except rallies, can now take place, but with limited numbers, not exceeding 100 persons present, with the appropriate social distancing and hygiene protocols.
Move from the presidency to parliament. Majority Leader and Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Oseche Mensah Bonsu, have stated that the Electoral Commission is following up on various assignments in the regions and may be back in Accra on June 15th 2020, after which they may avail themselves to the House. The minister said the EC will be back in the House for briefing at least latest by June 9, 2020.
The Minority Chief Whip Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka, in response to the business statement, wanted to know from the majority leader when the Electoral Commission would be in the House.
Chairperson of the Electoral Commission to come and brief the House keeps coming. He keeps giving assurance that it will happen. And looking at the business statement, they still not made provision for the chair of the Electoral Commission to still come to the House. When does he think it may be possible for the chair to appear before the House to brief the House on the activities of the Electoral Commission?
The majority leader said the EC had indicated that it would be back from its assignment by June 15 and be in the House on June 16 for the briefing, but noted that that would be too distant a time considering the business before the House.
Commissioners have programs to fan out to various regions in the country to undertake some assignments. They have given an indication to us that they will be back to Accra on the 15th, and accordingly they will be able to avail themselves on the 16th. I thought that that would be too distant a date from now, given what issues that are coming up for consideration.
Mr. Chairman Sabuns informed the House that he is still in talks with the commissioners and urging them to appear before the House on June 9, 2020. He therefore assured the House that latest by Tuesday, June 2, he would be able to tell his colleagues the outcome of the talks with the Electoral Commission.
So I'm strongly urging them to avail themselves on the 9th, that is the week before their own declared date to be available in the House. We've not been able to sort it out yet, even though I'm strongly pressing that they should be here on that day. This figure, I believe latest Tuesday, I should be able to tell colleagues that whether I've attained some success or not. That's the status of affairs, Mr. Speaker.
Let's do some business news now. It was announced yesterday, Monday, 1st June 2020, that Ghanaians will be paying more for fuel at various filling stations as government has increased the tax composition on petroleum products. The statement signed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Petroleum Authority, Hassan, said the hito 3 pesos per litre hiked by 100% margin in price build-up of petroleum product has been hiked by 100% to 6 pesos. The hike, according to the MPA, is in line with the decision taken by Cabinet and communicated on the National Petroleum Authority by the Minister of Energy. Boost margin, which uses the 3 pesos per litre, has been increased by an additional 3 pesos by the government. Away from business, Homowo Festival is celebrated yearly by the people of Ghana to commemorate a period of hunger due to failure of seasonal rains in need by crops in the Greater Accra region where the Ghana people dwell. Before the commencement of the festival, the Ghana traditional rulers, together with the Ghana Traditional Council, set a date for the clearing of the land, sowing of corn and harvesting. This is preceded by the ban on no noise making from any form. This process takes up to 6 to 8 weeks of the Ghana traditional calendar.
6 out of the 7 households within the Ghana state sow on specific days, starting with Dantu. The sowing is followed by Sakumowe, Besekolewe, and Naedewe. The Dantuwe happens to be the first clan to sow and is always the first to harvest. Being the first clan to harvest today, Monday, 1st June 2020, elders of Lantejanwe, or the Dantuwe, becomes and is always the first household within the 6 clans to celebrate the Homowo Festival. Chief of Dantu clan, gave a brief history as to why the clan is the first to sow and the first to harvest.
Gane abato Gane dan ni bemin ni ukampo ita je ashi kete ayo aso ni wawa gama meni bagane fe ayawa ta sekumi lante janwibi chonye kenkre keba kefie kusun ko beni nyena na fio e ka fe nyenye ya floto ni wi ni jima yomi na do na ke chongbe kwa shi bianto ne e wodi ye ni wotane ni na kan floto e gbukuda shi eye fi o hai papa o ene jinoni yo wodi ni woke to begiano to.
He further spoke on the supposed construction of an Adoatv at Bukum Park. He applauded government for the good initiative.
De ba ni jeme afi for wogmegbe e ka fi to majian cheme wo romwe ke wo ye ameke amralo twa okay amralo kede ye no ko.
Speaking to journalists on the issue of indigenes blocking the path towards the farm area, the chief blamed the AMA for not sending in city guards to help control people and vehicles to pave way for the smooth journey of the main house to the farm as was done previously.
Under ye janjo ko ye janjo akpashu hanwo ajake epi wo na epi wo meni le owo na epi meni ko owo no na epi meni beke bi popo ni tete yo ni yo pin wo fi na epi wo ja cheme won sole won bote chumi won bote nyonyonyo won sole ko na bi ne ke jomo asu ne ke ilani na wo legbe ne ya ajake je wo ilani.
The chief priest of Otubloum said it is their prayer that this phase of our lives will pass.
Let's do some international news now. Violence has erupted in cities across the U.S. on the 6th night of protests sparked by the death in police custody of the African-American George Floyd. Dozens of cities imposed curfews, but many people ignored them, leading to the standoff in clashes. Riot police face off with protests in New York, Chicago, and many other cities, firing tear gas and pepper bullets to try to disperse the crowds. Police vehicles were set on fire and shops were looted in several cities. The country is experiencing most whispered critical turbulences and civil unrest since the backlash to the accession of Martin Luther King in 1968. The outpouring of anger began last Tuesday after the video was shown Mr. Floyd being arrested in Minnesota, where the white police officer continued to kneel on his neck even after he pleaded he could not breathe and fell unconscious. That's it for me on the news this morning. My name is Nani Makolis, and we'll bring you updates of these stories in our primetime bulletin. Meanwhile, you can visit our website, adoatnewsonline.com. Join the discussion on AM Ghana as we talk about issues here in Ghana and outside the world. Good morning.